incredible.
Wait a minute. Let me.
What?
Is this the best relationship you've ever had in your life?
Yes.
How would you feel if the best relationship you'd ever had in your life was 10 years ago? I do something silly like that, you laugh hysterically.
So hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and we just got home. So today is a wonderful day. We got a new guitar that we are going to do unboxing, and my husband Charles, he is expert in guitar, so he is the one that is going to review the new guitar. The reason why we got this guitar, because we've been hunting for a guitar for already like many months, and finally we found the one that we like.
We haven't been impatiently looking, we've just been patiently looking.
Okay, so yeah, and now we are going to do unboxing of our new guitar. So Charles brought this guitar here. I don't know why, but when I got inside a room, there is two guitar in our bed. So
Because I had to get the tuner out of it.
oh, okay. So I was like, why there's two guitar in our bed? It's like I thought.
I'm gonna order a tuner. Is Click, K-L-I-Q, Click
Yeah.
Uber tuner. The best tuner I've ever found.
Oh really?
These are so much better than the Snark, S-N-A-R-K,
Oh
which
yeah, I saw that one.
is a very popular brand. This is better. I like this much better.
Oh, which one is the popular? The other one?
Snark tends to be more popular.
Yeah, but that one is better.
This I think is better. Click
Okay.
Uber tuner.
Actually, this is the guitar last time
This
that
is
we
a
unboxed.
Martin D41.
Yeah, this is the Martin D41 that we bought last December,
You
and
can
this,
tell, I mean, for people that
yeah.
are not as familiar with guitars, you can, let me just close the case. I don't ever like to pick up a case without every single buckle
Okay.
latched. Okay, so this is a dreadnought
Oh,
body.
okay.
Okay, this is a grand concert. So you can tell from the cases. Okay, you can tell several different things.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you can see that, first off, the length from here
Okay.
to here is shorter.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and
Yes.
we'll talk about that in a second, but you can tell that this is a shorter length,
Yeah.
okay, than a dreadnought. And then if you take and you just kind of put this just kind of line it up down the middle there, you can see that two things are going to become apparent. This is called the upper bout, the upper expanse of the guitar. This is called the lower bout, B-O-U-T. So you'll see that on a grand concert size, both the lower bout and the upper bout are more narrow.
Okay.
Okay, so that gives a guitar totally different tonal characteristics. Okay, so you'll see that the grand concert is, this particular one is shorter scale.
Yeah.
The lower bout is more narrow. The upper bout is more narrow. Okay, so that's going to give the guitar very different tonal characteristics than a dreadnought. And I always like to make sure every buckle, every catch
Oh yeah.
is latched, because if you pick up a case and everything's not latched, it might fall out.
Yeah.
So now we're going to unbuckle the catches on the Taylor Taylor 412 CE limited edition.
Okay.
And I'll explain what that means.
Sunburst. Or what?
Sunburst, 412 limited edition Sunburst. This is in Taylor's guitars, 4 means it's a 400 series.
Okay.
12, the next two digits, mean it's a 12 body, which is the grand concert size, which is the smallest of the upper line Taylor guitars.
Yeah.
The only ones that are smaller than this are the Academy and the GS Mini, I think, as I recall, and the Baby Taylor. So for the upper line Taylors, this is the smallest body. Okay. In other words, the Taylors that are made in the U.S. That's another way of saying it. So 412 CE. The C means cutaway. So this is a cutaway. Okay. Normally the guitar goes like this. So this is a cutaway, so that it makes it easier playing further up the neck. That's the C and the CE. The E is electronics. So this has a built-in pickup that can be run through an acoustic guitar amp. And then the LTD, 412CE, LTD, limited edition. Taylor comes out every year with limited editions, and they change different factors and different features on different guitars, and they only run it for a certain amount of guitars and they stop, and that's it. There are no more. And then this one is a 12 fret, which means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 frets from the body to, this is called the nut. Okay? So 12 frets. But the scale length, which is the scale goes from the nut here to the saddle, to the bridge, is 24.75, which is the same as the normal. It's like a 000 scale on a Martin, like a 0028 or a 0018. A Martin is like a 24.9. This is 24. Actually, it's 24.875, almost 24.9 inches. So it's the same scale as a 14 fret small body guitar. But what they do is they push the bridge down further. So what that does is it changes the way the top of the guitar vibrates, and so it changes the sound. Now you can compare it. Since you've got two guitars here, a lot of times people are wondering, what's the difference? What's the difference between like a grand concert size or a regular standard scale? This, from here to here, is a standard guitar scale that Martin uses and also Taylor uses on their other guitars, to 25.4 inches from here to here. So then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 frets from the body to the nut. And so that's going to mean that you're going to have more tension on the strings. Now you get a little more volume when you have more tension, but it means it's harder to play. Now if you look at the distance from the sound hole to the bridge on this guitar, and then you look at the 812, you'll see that the bridge is further back. And that's what I'm saying, is that in this guitar you've got 14 frets, and so the distance from here to here, the bridge tends to come up closer to the sound hole. On a small body, on that 12 fret, the bridge is pushed back closer to the bottom of the lower bout, or the tail block. This is called the tail block underneath the guitar here. So it changes the way the guitar sounds. Several things that make that guitar probably, I think, a unique guitar is that it is 12 frets, which means it's going to be easier to fret. It's going to be less tension on the strings. Did I get that one? Yes. And then this guitar is also very different from the normal 400 series. The normal 400 series is a Vonkel. And you know what one of the worst things in the world is?
Every time you get a guitar, it's like, this is the best. I never heard any incredible.
Wait a minute. Let me.
What?
Is this the best relationship you've ever had in your life?
Yes.
How would you feel if the best relationship you'd ever had in your life was 10 years ago? And every day you woke up, you thought, you know, that was the greatest relationship. I should have held on to it.
Mm.
How would you feel?
I don't know.
How would you feel? You'd feel like you really missed something.
Yeah.
But when you wake up and you think, this is the best relationship I've ever had, then it's like, oh, it's getting better and better. Well, that's the way it is with guitars. If I had thought that the best small body guitar I ever heard was 10 years ago, then I'd regret every day not having it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm not. Okay, so make sure that you're hearing me. Each guitar, each type of guitar is different. So I said that the D41 is the best dreadnought sounding guitar I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is an entirely different body. This is the Grand Concert body.
Mm-hmm.
And to be specific, the D41 is the best dreadnought, rosewood, Sitka spruce top.
Okay.
Now, you know, there's some dreadnought guitars that have an Adirondack top and a rosewood back and sides.
Mm.
And yes, they sound different. And I might have to get one.
Hey, what?
But anyway, my point is that when I talk about the best sound of a guitar, it's for that type.
Mm-hmm.
Dreadnought, Sitka spruce, rosewood for the D41, for instance. With this guitar, it's going to be Grand Concert size, small body, 12 fret, maple back and sides. So it's each guitar, you have to compare it to only the other guitars in that same construction. You know, see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the best Taylor 12 series or 12 size, Grand Concert size guitar I've ever heard. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's just...
Which one do you like better? The D41?
Don't even try. They're totally, completely different guitars. They have different purposes. They do different things. So I mean, it's not. That's like that's like asking someone, okay, do you like omelets better or do you like burgers better? Well, they're different. One of them's breakfast and one of them's lunch, right? They're totally, completely different things.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. It also has a mother of pearl, right? Is that mother of pearl over there?
People call it mother of pearl or abalone, same thing. They call it, it's the same, different words for the same thing. Yes, that's abalone. Yep.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful abalone sound hole, rosette pattern around the sound hole. Yep.
And I really love the color sunburst.
Oh, I love sunburst. Over the years, I just fell more and more in love with sunburst and amber tones and things like that. I don't know if you can get a good picture of this. This is 3 separate pieces of maple, and that is some gorgeous flamed maple. That maple is just, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful maple. So the normal 400 series is a Vonkel, which is a wood that I don't particularly care for. This limited edition, 2018 limited edition, is maple, 3-piece, 1, 2, 3-piece maple. So the back is maple, the sides are maple, the neck is mahogany, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that. I think it's mahogany. I think that's mahogany. I could be wrong on that. I think it's mahogany. The top is Sitka spruce, and it's a sunburst, which is also something very different for the 400 series Taylors. So you've got the 12 frets, which means that the tension to push down the strings is noticeably less. It's much, much less. I mean, as I press down the strings here, I can tell it's much, much easier to fret. So the reason I'm going into all this detail is for those people that, are, wanting to learn to play, or maybe there's, you've got some arthritis in your hands or something, this would be an ideal guitar. It would be a fabulous guitar because it is, going from playing a Dreadnought 14 fret to playing this, it's noticeably easier to push these strings down. So if you've got something that you're, like I said, you're starting to learn to play guitar, or maybe you've got a little arthritis in your hands, or you just want to, be able to play longer. You just, would like to be able to play for a longer period of time without your hands becoming fatigued. This would be a really, really good guitar to look at for sure. And the sound is just incredible for a small body guitar. It's just fabulous.
Can you give a little bit of sounds of that?
Eventually, but everything is so different from the Dreadnought. I'm gonna have to ease into that.
Wonderful.
The sustain, the notes just, they keep sustaining, they hold, and that's just incredible.